In this video, we will be discussing checking interferences. If you'd like to follow along with this video, please open the file checkinginterference.twg located in the Working Files folder as discussed in the Working with this dataset video. You use the interference command to determine if two or more solids occupy the same space. This is very useful for locating interferences when you do not want solid models to overlap. It can also help you to ensure you have the proper amount of overlap for those conditions where you do want them to interfere, like mechanical assembly press fits. The interfere command is in the solid tab, solid editing panel, and we have the interfere command. If you look at the command line window, it's prompting us for a first set of objects. The interfere command allows you to make two selection sets to choose from to check for interferences. If you only have one, you would simply press enter after defining the first selection set. Notice the command line window also has some options for nested selection, which is used to select a solid model that is within a block definition, as well as the settings. Let's go ahead and click settings. Settings are used to display the interference settings dialog box so you can change the reporting of visual styles and model color when an interference is selected. Notice that we have them defined as opposites. This way, when we see the interference, the actual view will be in wireframe. However, the interference will actually be in a realistic shaded view. Click OK. So what we want to do is check our pipes in relationship to our trusses here. So we'll go ahead and select our pipe objects. And then we'll press enter. We are now prompted to make a second selection set. So we'll go ahead and select our truss objects here and press enter. AutoCAD shows you a dialog box that tells you exactly how many interfering pairs you have. If you click any of the pan or zoom buttons here, you can actually zoom in and see what the actual interference is. If you look here, we're panning in, and we can see that there's an interference from this truss here to this pipe there. Press escape to get back to the interference checking dialog box. If you want to actually keep the interference object as a solid model, which you can then subtract out of the 3D solids, you would toggle this off. Since we do want to delete our interference objects, we'll leave it on and click close. Now, let's make a selection set of just our pipes and see if we have any interferences there. We'll press enter to repeat the last command, and we'll select just our pipe objects and press enter. Notice it asks you for the second selection set. Press enter again because we only need this selection set. Notice that there is some interference found. Let's go ahead and pick the orbit command to zoom in and then orbit around. And you can see we have an interference between the pipe next to this other flange here. Let's press escape, leave delete turned on, and click close. So what we need to do to resolve this is to simply move our pipe over 1 unit and up 3 units. We'll just use the move command and use polar tracking, type 1, enter, press enter again to repeat the last command, select the pipe, and we'll just go straight up 3 units. Now, let's go ahead and do the interference command again and select all our objects, press enter, and then enter again. And as you can see from the command line window, it says objects do not interfere, and we have no more interferences.